Good morning, everybody. It is Longhorn Classic here. It is the day after our 200-mile race. Here's all the birds that returned on the first day. Gave them a bath. You can see by the water they took a bath. They're laying out, and it's not even a nice day. But they're laying out. They're taking a bath, so that's a good sign. That would eliminate the fact that the birds might have been tired for yesterday's toss. But we're going to go over a few things, possibilities of what went wrong yesterday. Let me see. Pretty much been getting phone calls of people asking, well, what do you think went wrong? This, that, and the other thing. But let's go over a couple different things. Let's go over the obvious first things. We'll go over the obvious things. We looked at the geomagnetic forecast. And here's the chart that you could get on Benzene One Loft. You become a member of this pigeon discovery and it gets sent right to you. But anyway, here's yesterday, the 27th. For those of you that don't know how to read this chart, or maybe don't know UTC time, let me see if I pan back a little bit. Here's 12 to 1500 right here. If you count these things, that's 1, 0, I mean, up there, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That correlates with, here's a NOAA's chart that they give. Now, for example, this is today, so it starts with the 28th and gives the 29th to 30th. 12 to 1500 right here is 3.67. That's a number. Now, think about that number. Here's the 28th, 12 to 1500. If this is 3 and that's 4, that's a little bit more than half. 12 to 1500, so that's 3.67. All right, if you go down to the bottom, right here it says less than 500. Those are kilometers. So what did they do is they give a suggestion of, okay, if it's this high, you know, to be safe, stay below, right, in this situation, 500 kilometers. Well, 500 kilometers is 310 miles. We went 200, so that shouldn't be an issue, right? And if you get more into these higher numbers, you can see that their suggestions start breaking down to 300 kilometers, 100 kilometers. But yesterday, for what we did at 27, 12 to 15, 3.67, that's less than this full four, which would have been less than 500 kilometers. So we're well within what their specifications are, or whatever they say. Now, here's the American version, I guess you'd say, because this is from NOAA, space weather, 12 to 1500. Today is 3.67 again. Later today, it's 4. Let's see, it doesn't, tomorrow's a nice calm day, and the next day is pretty calm too. Anyway, so we'll rule that out as being a situation. So what we'll do is get out of that. Then we'll look at this right here. This, everybody sees this one, full screen. Yesterday, between 12 and 15, well, it's right at 1500 hours is UTC time for our area. And the way to figure that out is what area you are. Basically, UTC time is the time that's in London, England. And from where we're at here in Texas, Central Time, that's plus 7 hours. So they're 7 hours ahead of us. So if we're letting go at 8 in the morning, that's 3 in the afternoon to them. So that's 1500 hours right here. So right here in this area is when we let the birds go. Wait, is this yes? Yeah. The 27th, 12 to 18, 1500 hours right here. So that area is still in the green. That's good. In fact, you can even see right there where it says 3.67. So that's that number again. But I think if you look at that chart, I don't know if it correlates exactly with this. I'd have to go back and even look. But anyway, that's that. So we're ruling that out as what could have went wrong yesterday. The next thing is America's average speed, one loft race. I don't know if you guys could see this. Let me turn these lights off so it doesn't do a glare. But we let go from here, this Wakumis right here. Let me shrink this down. Let me see, where's that at? Right here. Let's see, I'm gonna go a little ways here. Move this up. Okay. We're here at the top. America's average speed, let go from right here. That is 30 miles. That distance, let's say, is right there. It's about 30 miles short of us where we let go, and they let go 30 minutes after us. So that means our birds could get that 30 miles almost by the time they let their birds go, but their line of flight is 25 miles from us. So what's the odds? I don't know. Maybe, you know, they do go all this way down until we go here, 200 miles, they go right there. Going back and looking, you know, the typical thing when, you know, your birds get tangled up with somebody's is you will have bird that comes home with yours and sits on the roof, doesn't respond to your whistling, just sits up there kind of dazed and confused, trying to gather his thoughts and trying to figure out how the hell he gets home from a place he's not recognizing. We didn't have any of that yesterday, not at any point. I walked through the loft several times this morning looking, we have, let me see if I could show you guys here. We put a piece of red tape on our chips. If you could see it, it's on their one leg. The electronic chip has red tape on it, and they move kind of fast. You might be able to see it, but anyway, it's 1/4 inch automobile pinstriping tape. And I don't see a bird in the loft. That's not ours. Oh, here's a bird here. So, and a bird didn't come home and land on the roof or do anything weird or even land and then take off, and that we didn't see coming out and eventually just get in the loft. So that to me would be an indication that our birds got tangled up with theirs. I do know that they had their race yesterday, 150 miles. We had a 200-mile race yesterday, and the Louisiana Perch also had a 250 yesterday, and it looks like all three of us had a hard time. So is that something in the air? Is there a little bit more to that geomagnetic thing? Or is it just predators? We did have 38 birds on our first drop. So what could have gone wrong? I do know our returns this morning are really good. Let me see, where were we at here? We have, I think a bird was just coming in too. We have 662 birds in today as of right now. We had 598 last night. And so basically that's 64 birds we got in this morning already, and that's a pretty good number. I always kind of look at it as being an indication of how your birds are. not health-wise, but condition-wise, because if they're not taken care of good, your percentage of what birds you're out the first day and come back the second day will go down drastically. But the really good conditioned birds, you'll probably get 60 to 70% home. Not so great shape birds, you're going to get somewhere in the neighborhood of 25%. And right now we're close to 50%, and it's only, oh shit, it's not even 11 o'clock. It's only 10:30 in the morning. So there's another indicator of the birds are in good shape. I can't vouch for any other race. They had the same issues we did as far as how many day birds they got, or percentage of day birds. So I don't know. I did not believe there was a lot of peregrine falcons in the area, but after doing a little research and looking it up, they actually even mentioned the Red River, which the birds got to go through that area, and that's about, for us, that's about 40 miles. That'll be actually our 40-mile toss is just on the other side of the Red River. They talk about we're in a migrating zone for them also, but they talk about this one bird, I guess they track every year. It usually already made it down to somewhere in South America by October, the end of October. So I don't know if they're still there or not. But anyway, that's probably what I'm going to go with, is they got attacked by predators in the air. Birds go down, they stay down for a while until they think it's safe to come back out. So that's all I can think of. The birds are in excellent shape. They're trained hard. They went 150 miles 2 days before without even a problem. So we'll see. Right now, I know we're going to try to get them loft flown tomorrow. We're going to start getting some training tosses. We're looking at the weather to see what we could do for the next race, 250 miles. We want to get I want to get 3, maybe 4 tosses in on them first. And then we'll see where we're at, see what the weather's like, and try to pick a good day that is no wind, a slight headwind to maybe 5-mile-an-hour headwind. Our limit is 10 miles an hour. 10-mile-an-hour sustained winds with a 15-mile-an-hour gust. That's generally what we want. We don't want anything more than that as a tailwind. But as a headwind, we'll take a little bit more gust maybe, because the headwind just makes them. Oh, another bird. Well, we got a few birds out. I got to get them plucked, and something just scared them. Sometimes when the pigeon comes swooping down over the top of the loft, at first they think it's a falcon or a hawk, so they get a little flustered. Anyway, that's what's going on here at the Longhorn Classic. Got to get these birds in so I can feed them. We'll get back to a regular schedule with them and get them back out on the road, and we'll see what they could do at 250 miles. These birds, I'm proud of what they did. We got, what are we at now? I see 3 birds. We're at 662, plus I see 3 birds that I got to chase in. So that makes 665 out of the 712. So we're looking good. So hope everybody had lots of turkey. I know what we're having for the next few days, sometimes a week. Lots of turkey and toast, open-faced gravy sandwiches. So everybody have a great day. Aggies play tonight against the Longhorns. Big game, last one of the season. If we could stay undefeated, we are guaranteed a high spot, or a bye week, I believe, in the playoffs. So everybody have a great day. Thank you very much. Goodbye.